You know, I hear stories of people, my parents and stuff like that, where crossing the border was just a natural thing every day. Even when I was in high school, years and years ago, going to dinner in Reynosa right across the border was the same as going to dinner in North McAllen. There's people that work in McAllen but live across the bridge in Reynosa. And there's a lot of people that have family on both sides, or as I like to call it, the front door of Texas.
I was born in McAllen, Texas, and then grew up in the PSJ area, grew up in Pharr, moved to Donna, to Alamo, so I was constantly, moving around a lot as a kid.
My desire to travel for work and to see new places and to document different cultures is a direct result of the fact that I was raised in 3 different environments. Growing up, my dad's from Morelia, Michoacan. His family is very Spanish. My mom's from Chachuita, Zacatecas, this tiny pueblo up in the mountains. And I think the RGV really has this beautiful spice.
We've got a lot of influence from Mexico.
Latin culture and American culture really clash together and create new ideas.
And we're also Texans, so we have that badass, we're Texan, ego to us. So there's this eyesore, an empty Walmart supercenter, and give credit to the city leaders, right? They said, we're gonna buy that. Converted this old Walmart supercenter into the largest single-story library in the entire United States. They closed the old library and the city leases it to the McAllen Chamber of Commerce for $1 a year. And the Chamber of Commerce said, hey, you know what? We want to incubate the art community. They repurposed this building. So low-cost art studios is what the McAllen Incubator offers. Whether it's painting, whether it's graphic design, sculpture.
I feel like it was always kind of an innate desire for me to have my own space and my own business.
I love Flacucho because first of all, he's just a good human being, right? And his heart and his intentions are always in the right place.
The clothing aspect is a way of educating people about how to be more of a conscious consumer. We're kind of hacking away at the world, and just kind of just extracting resources every day, and we don't think about the damage that it does.
Humble guy, great DJ, and he knows how to mix that music with Latin sounds and beats that make it unique and make it his own.
When you think about cumbia music and when you think about Latinx music or Latin music, you hear the ancestral rhythm and you hear your past.
When you get these groups of people together, there's a certain type of synergy that is developed. And when you develop that and when you foster that growth in a community, only bigger things happen.
Standing here at SpaceX because I'm a candidate for the Dear Moon mission. Yusaku Maezawa is a Japanese billionaire who has partnered with Elon Musk to send 8 artists to the moon in 2023. And now I'm in the final selection phase. And he really believes that there's a positive humanistic message to be achieved through sending artists to space. My mother's pueblo, Chachuitas, is 10 minutes outside the ruins of Alta Vista, which is where the Aztecs would sit on this giant throne that they made. It's way too big for a human, so people are like, was it made for different species? My parents would take me out to the throne and, I was a little baby boy, they'd put me on the throne and I'd be like, man, the stars are crazy. And so now I'm trying to go.
Values, people, culture. This is the real deal down here.